Throughout your career, you have probably been told to find a mentor. And mentorship matters. It gives you advice. It gives you perspective. It helps you avoid mistakes. But mentorship happens in private, behind closed doors, in safe conversations, in spaces where growth is discussed, but not always decided. And that is where many careers quietly stall, because there's another level of support, one that is far more powerful and far less talked about. That level is sponsorship. A sponsor is not someone who advises you. A sponsor is someone who advocates for you in rooms you're not in. They use their voice, their credibility, their reputation as both a shield and a key. A shield to protect your potential from being misunderstood. A key to open doors you have not yet reached. And today, we're not talking about how to find a sponsor. We're talking about how to be one. Sponsorship is the act of translation. It is taking someone's value and ensuring it is correctly understood in rooms they have not yet entered. Because here's the truth. Talent is often visible, but interpretation is subjective. And careers are not just built on performance, they are built on how performance is perceived by power. So imagine this moment. A promotion discussion is happening, and someone says, "I'm not sure they have the right executive presence." Now, a mentor might go back and say, "You may need to adjust your tone, your style, your presentation." But a sponsor interrupts the narrative. They say, "What you are calling a lack of presence, I call a focus on execution. Their results are consistent, their impact is measurable, and their style is not a weakness, it is an asset." That is sponsorship. You are not asking the individual to shrink to fit the room. You're expanding the room to recognize their value. And in that moment, you're not just supporting a person, you are redefining the standard. Now let's go deeper. Every organization has a system, but not all of it is written. There is a hidden manual. It lives in tone, in timing, in who speaks first and who gets heard last. And most people spend years trying to decode it. That delay is not lack of intelligence, it is lack of access. And this is where true sponsorship becomes powerful. Because an effective sponsor does not hoard knowledge. They share the invincible currency. They don't say, "Be more professional." They say, "In this room, the board responds to brevity. Lead with your conclusion, then support it. If you want traction, anchor your point in numbers first." They explain the why behind the reaction. They remove the guesswork. They accelerate the timeline. And when you do this for someone, you're not just giving away power, you are multiplying it. Because influence is not built by standing alone. It is built by how many people can walk into rooms and carry your standard forward. So now we move to action. I want you to think of one person on your team In your organization, who feels like an outsider? Not because they lack talent, but because the room does not yet understand them. That is your responsibility. Because leadership is not just about managing performance, it is about shaping perception. So this week, do one thing. In a room where decisions are being made, mention their name, not casually, strategically. Position their work, frame their impact, translate their value, bridge the gap between their competence and the room's perception. And understand this, access is rarely about readiness alone. It is about who is speaking for you when you are not there. So be intentional. Use your voice. Use your capital. Use your position to open the doors that would otherwise remain invincible. Because we're not here to simply succeed alone. We're here to change who gets to succeed. And we must not wait for leadership. We must become the leadership.